What's up, guys? Scum here. Today I have an unboxing video for you and a review of the new Metallica album, Hardwired To Self-Destruct. This is the 2-disc CD version, and then I have the deluxe 3 LP box set that I'm going to show you. Couple thoughts on Metallica before we get started. Obviously a legendary band in the world of metal. Who knows where we would be without them. Of course, there have been some missteps along the way. Off the top of my head, Saint Anger, Lulu, abominations in my opinion. A lot of people don't care for Load and Reload. I'm kind of on the fence. There's certain songs that I like on those albums, but for the most part I could do without them. And today we get to their first album in 8 years, which is a pretty long time to go in between albums, especially for, a band as prominent as Metallica. And they're calling this a double album. It's 12 songs, 6 songs on each CD, or, split between the two double vinyl. And that's a curious approach, considering that the 12 songs probably could have fit on one CD. So I'm not really sure what they're going for there. Probably just some sort of marketing gimmick. But this album is, probably their best in over 2 decades, I would say. And, that's not really saying much because they haven't put out a lot since really the Black Album, in my opinion. And many would say even before that. But, once again, here we are talking about a Metallica album, so let's get right into it. The box set I've already taken apart, but I'm going to show you what comes with it. You have here some lyric inserts. The artwork on this album I'm not too crazy about. Not really sure what they were going for on that, but the least of my concerns. I care more about the music. And then we have the first LP on blue vinyl, side A and side B. There's 3 songs on each side. And then we've got the second vinyl on yellow, side C and side D. And that makes up the album Hardwired to Self-Destruct. And then for the deluxe box set edition, they included a 3rd LP. This one on red vinyl, side E and side F. That one contains Lords of Summer, a song that I don't really care for. And then Hardwired live in Minneapolis, the first time that they played it live. And the 3rd LP is another curious step because there's only 1 song on each side. And I'm not really sure why they did that. They probably could have done a bonus 7-inch if they wanted to. Or if they were going to go for an extra LP, maybe put 2 songs on each side. Maybe throw in like a live version of Lords of Summer or a couple extra live tracks, or maybe a track that didn't make it onto the album as a bonus track. But again, that's what we're left with. And it comes with a bonus CD. It's got the Ronnie Rising medley, which is pretty cool. It's a Dio rainbow mixture of a Light in the Black, Tarot Woman, Stargazer, and Kill the King kind of mashup. Cover of Deep Purple's When a Blind Man Cries, a cover of Iron Maiden's Remember Tomorrow, and then a bunch of classic live tracks: Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen, Jump in the Fire, Ride the Lightning, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Creeping Death. So that's a cool bonus CD. That was, something that they included in the box set, which I did appreciate. And then it comes with a button set, including this "We're So Fucked" button. Pretty edgy, guys. Wow. That'll probably stay in the box set. I don't see myself using those for anything. And then a download card, which I won't use because I bought the CD. Maybe I'll give it away on Instagram or something for anyone that cares. So that's what makes up the box set. Let's get into the actual songs on this. I think what they were going for was kind of a throwback to their old thrash days. And they don't quite get there, but they come close enough, for some of the albums that they've had in the past, or trudging on the hard rock territory more so than thrash metal. And here that they have some great guitar work. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield, both excellent on this album. There's some really good solos. Lars Ulrich, where to start? An average to above average drummer as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't do anything really well in my opinion, but actually a solid performance on this record. Especially in Spit Out the Bone, the last track, which is the track that convinced me to buy this record. I was on the fence for a little while. I was like, new Metallica record, I'll pass. But I heard that song a few days ago, Spit Out the Bone, and I was like, okay, I'm in. That song is the closest that they come, probably the only song on this album that wouldn't feel too out of place on one of their earlier albums. But there's some other good songs on here. Hardwired, when I first heard it, I wasn't, exactly sold on. But musically, it's awesome. The lyrics are kind of cheesy, we're so fucked, shit out of luck. Come on, what are you, 10, James? Atlas Rise and Moth into Flame were the other singles that they released early on. Moth into Flame, musically, one of the coolest songs on this album. Lyrically, again, pretty lame. Talking about pop stars on methamphetamine and addicted to fame, which is kind of corny coming from a band like Metallica, who are world famous for what they do. So, kind of hypocritical, if you ask me. But Now That We're Dead, Am I Savage, and Halo on Fire make up the rest of the first disc. Halo on Fire, I think, is a really solid track. It's got some more melodic singing to it, but I think it's a great, great track. And then we get on to the second disc, Confusion. Good, solid thrash rock song. Again, a lot of these songs, they tried to go back into the older days of thrash metal, and I think fall a little bit short, but that doesn't mean that they're bad songs. And Dream No More, I think, is awesome. It's got kind of a heavy down-tempo part to it. Man Unkind, Here Comes Revenge, Murder One make out the rest of the second album. So, all things considered, there's, probably 4 or 5 standout tracks to me, and the rest aren't necessarily filler, but they're not songs that I'm going to immediately skip to when I'm listening to this record. Spit Out the Bone, without a doubt, my favorite track on this album. If you're going to start somewhere outside of the singles that you've already heard, I highly suggest you check out Spit Out the Bone. I think that's a killer track. And again, some awesome solos on there. Lars, you basically know what you're going to get, but on Spit Out the Bone, there's some good double bass work, things like that. The bass isn't too buried in the mix. Robert Trujillo does a solid job, so that's it for Hardwired to Self-Destruct. So if you're a diehard Metallica fan, I would say go ahead and pick this up. You probably already have at this point. If you're on the fence, check out songs like Now That We're Dead, Halo on Fire, Spit Out the Bone. Those might tip you over the selling point. The box set is pretty cool. I like the triple LP, all different colors. Again, that third LP, kind of weird. Probably won't get too many spins from me. The buttons, probably could have done without. Maybe throw in some patches or something cool like that. The bonus CD, awesome. And it was only $60, so it's not like I paid an arm and a leg for it. It's limited. I don't know what it's limited to. When I got to the record store this morning, they had a lot in stock, as well as the regular 2LP. There's a red 2LP. There's the double CD, which I have, and then there's also the 3 CD, which contains the bonus CD found in this box set. So there you have it, Metallica's Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Say what you will, hate all you want. Metallica is a band that has forged the path for many bands to come. This is another studio album from them. Take it for what you will. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and take care.